Hello and welcome to Shanti Peace Yoga. Today's class is a supportive and relaxing practice with a focus on forward folds. Forward folds in yoga are considered to be calming and introspective, and I like to think of these poses as a surrendering of the mind and body. We will be holding each pose for 1 to 2 minutes. So while the use of props is not essential, it really helps to support the body in these positions and helps you to melt and surrender down. You will need 1 bolster, 1 block, and an extra cushion is optional. Once you have gathered your props, set them up just like I have. We will start in a reclined butterfly. If you don't have props, you can still do this pose. Bring your seat right up to the bottom of the bolster. Sitting up tall, inhale, and slowly lower yourself down on the exhale, allowing your back to rest on the bolster. Adjust your feet so the soles are pressing together and knees open wide apart. Play around with how close you would like your feet to be. Open your arms out wide and drop your shoulders down to feel an opening across your chest. To encourage the feeling of surrendering, turn your hands over so your palms face skyward. Allow your eyes to soften or close and the facial muscles to relax. Take notice of your breathing and see if you can now start to slow your breaths and deepen them. Prepare to release this pose. We'll take 1 more inhale and bring the hands back beside you. Exhale, press into your hands to help ease you back upright. Take a moment here to put your props over to the side. We'll come back to them later. Position yourself to face the long edge of your mat. Extend your right leg out and tuck the left foot into you. You want your pelvis to be square to the front. Sitting tall, inhale, and as you exhale, walk your hands forward until you come to your first edge. that point of first resistance. Stay here and use your deep, slow breaths to try and melt away that resistance. Ensure both sit bones are grounded. For some people, this might be really easy, and they may lower onto their forearms. For me, this is always an area that needs a lot of work and attention. Take one more inhale, and on your exhale, slowly walk your hands back in, sitting tall once again. Keep your legs as they are, but turn your chest towards that extended leg. Crown of your head lifts skyward. Inhale, and now exhale. Slowly walk your hands out and surrender down. Again, find that first edge and stay there, using deep breaths to try and melt away the tension. Like before, make sure that both sit bones are grounded. Take one more inhale, and now exhale. Press into your hands and walk them back to help lift you upright once again. Turn your chest back to center and rest your right hand on the right leg. Inhale and raise your left arm up, and now exhale as you reach the left arm over to the right. Right hand slides down along that leg. Notice how I'm not hunching forward here. I'm keeping my chest as open and lifted as possible and directing my left shoulder back behind me. If you need to support your head, simply bend your right arm and allow your head to gently rest in your right hand. We'll take one more inhale here, and now use the exhale to slowly release this pose, coming back to center. Before we move on to the other side, we'll take a counter pose in Modified Wild Thing. Place your left hand behind you. Inhale as you press into that hand while lifting your hips and chest up. Right arm extends overhead. Exhale and hold here for 3 more breaths. Let's gently release this pose. Circle your right arm forward and lower back down. We'll repeat this sequence on the other side. This time, extend your left leg long and tuck your right foot in. Sitting with our hips square to the front and crown of our head lifting tall. Inhale, and now exhale as you walk your hands forward, surrendering down and finding that first edge, that point of first resistance. Remember to stay here and use your breath to try and melt away that resistance. Keep both sit bones grounded here, and you might notice one side feels slightly different to the other. so you might need to pull back a bit more on this side. Just honor the messages that your body is telling you. Take one more deep inhale, and on your exhale, slowly walk your hands back in, sitting tall once again. Keep your legs as they are, but now turn your chest towards that extended leg. Crown of your head is lifting tall. Inhale, and now exhale. Slowly walk your hands and surrender down to that leg. Again, find that first edge and stay there, using deep breaths to try and melt away the tension. We'll take one more inhale, and on the exhale, slowly walk your hands back in to help you lift upright once again. Let's turn our chest back to the center, and this time rest the left hand on the left leg. Inhale and raise your right arm up overhead, and now exhale as you reach the right arm over to the left side. Again, avoid hunching forward here. Keep your chest as open and lifted as possible, and direct that right shoulder back behind you. Like before, you can support your head by gently resting it into your left hand. We'll take one more inhale here, and now use the exhale to slowly release this pose, coming back to center. And we'll take modified wild thing once again. This time, place your right hand behind you, inhale and press into that hand while lifting your hips and chest up. Left arm extends overhead. Exhale and hold for 3 breaths. Let's gently release this pose. Circle your left arm forward and lower back down. We're going to come back to our props now and take a seated butterfly forward fold. If you don't have props, you can still do this pose. Place your block on its highest edge and allow your bolster to rest on it. Sit with the end of the bolster between your legs And now place the soles of your feet together and allow the knees to open and widen. Sitting tall with the crown of your head lifting skyward. Take a deep inhale here. And now exhale as you fold forward and surrender your head down to rest. You can have your hands on the floor, but I find it more comfortable to hold on to the block in front of me. Wherever you are, let your shoulders drop down from your ears and start to slow down your breathing, allowing each breath to become deeper and slower. We'll take one more inhale, and now use the exhale to very slowly release this pose and come back to a seated upright position. Before we move on, we'll come into a wide-legged forward fold. Keep the props as they are, but just extend your legs out as wide as you prefer. Allow yourself to sit up nice and tall here. Inhale and exhale as you again surrender forward, resting your head on the bolster. Like before, you can position your arms wherever you like, but I like to hold on to the block in front of me. Keep your feet flexed if you want to add a little more sensation here. Otherwise, if this pose is too intense, feel free to bend your knees and ease off your bolster. Let's take one more deep inhale here. And now use the exhale to walk the hands back in and help ease ourselves upright. Moving slowly and carefully now, let's guide our legs back to center and set our props aside again. You may want to bring your cushion a little bit closer to you within arm's reach to use in one of the twisting poses. Otherwise, when you're ready, make your way onto your back with your knees bent. Let's come into Apanasana now, or knees to chest, for a nice lower back release after all the forward folds we've been doing. Feel free to rock side to side if that suits you, but keep your head grounded. You can even take happy baby pose if you prefer. We're going to stay here for 1 minute, so find a position that suits you. Let's release both feet to the floor now, and you may now want to place your cushion on the left side of your mat. Lift your hips now and shift them slightly over to the right. Extend your left leg out long in front of you. Inhale, and now exhale as you guide your right knee across you, twisting over to the left and resting that knee on the cushion. You don't need any props here, but you might find it just adds a little bit more support in this pose. You can extend your right arm out beside you, and you can turn your head to face the right side, or just keep your head neutral. Take one more inhale, and now exhale as you guide your right knee back to center, coming out of the twist. Place your cushion on the right side of the mat this time. Now lift your hips up and shift them slightly over to the left side of the mat. Extend the right leg out long in front of you and bend the left knee. Inhale, and now exhale as you guide the left knee over, twisting to the right and resting that knee on the cushion. You can extend your left arm out wide beside you, and you can keep your neck neutral or turn your head to face the left. take one more inhale, and now exhale as you guide your left knee back to center, coming out of the twist. We're going to briefly come back to Apanasana, or knees to chest, to help release our back after the twist. You can also come to Ananda Balasana, or happy baby pose. Just experiment with what feels good for you. Wherever you are, let's take one more inhale, and now exhale to release whatever pose you are doing. We're going to come to our final resting pose, and we'll be using our props here in a supported child's pose. Again, if you don't have any props, you can still join us. Set up your block on the longest edge, and then rest one end of your bolster on top. Place the other end of the bolster between your legs, sit onto your heels, and take your knees out as wide as you prefer. Inhale as you sit nice and tall, and exhale as you melt your chest down, resting your upper body onto the bolster, surrendering forward. And you might like to start by resting one cheek on the bolster. I'll let you know when the time comes to swap sides. To enhance the feeling of surrendering, you can turn your hands over, palms facing skyward. See if you can relax your facial muscles, close your eyes, and really let the props take all of your weight, consciously melting everything down. Slowly and carefully turn your head to the other side and settle back in again. We're going to start to carefully release this pose. Place your hands flat to the floor. Inhale, and now exhale as you very slowly walk your hands in, helping to lift yourself back upright. Come to take a seat on the mat, any position that you like. We're just going to stay here for 5 slow breaths, maybe keeping your eyes closed. Take notice of how your body and how your mind feels after this practice. And now let's take our hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, and finish with our mantra. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bowing forward. Namaste.